Hello, this is Abby.
Dear Abby, this is gonna be a long one.
Oh boy.
Dear Abby, how do you tell the difference between a new exciting crush and a rebound?
Does it matter?
Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Welcome to our little corner of the internet. This is the Dear Abby podcast. I hope you stay and hang out with us. See you in a sec. Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree. Ho, 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 dun, dun, ba-dum, bum, bum. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Boom, boom, boom. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Giddy around the block. Mix and a mingle and a jingle and feet. Welcome back, everybody, to Dear Abby. Today is our 101st episode. You can see I have it decorated as such. I'm kidding. It's not decorated, but we do have some fun little things from Christmas that are hanging from it's not my Christmas tree, but it is a tree, and I've decorated it as such. I finally set up my Christmas decorations, and it feels good to be done with that and for it to feel very Christmassy. So that's exciting. Today, we have a little bit of a different type of episode. Last episode was kind of different too, and this episode will be as well. Just because it's the holidays, I wanted to change some things up, and I thought it would be fun because someone wrote in saying I should do this to go over my favorite products, gifts, influencers that I follow for different reasons, and yeah, people that just I follow, and products that I'm obsessed with and I think would be good gifts for boys and girls, young and old, all of that stuff. So that's what we're doing today. Again, I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do. That's not all we're going to do. I'm going to talk a little bit about the holidays. I talked a little bit about it last week. And then like a life update as well. And then we'll get into the main part that I talked about. So this past week, I had a close relative pass away, an aunt, and it really reminded me to keep my loved ones really close. And also she was just a great aunt, and sometimes the people in your life that are just consistent and good, to always express gratitude. And I'm just really grateful for her life and for the great aunt that she was to me. And when you have consistent, kind adults in your life, it makes a big difference. And so I'm just grateful for her, and I'll miss her at family events and everything. So just wanted to share that little bit. That's been part of my week, or I guess past couple of weeks. So I went to Colorado with my fiancé's family for their family reunion. And it was super fun, and it was the first time I think their family had like a reunion with just their like siblings and stuff like that, instead of like a big reunion. And I was thinking during the whole trip, I am very closed off. Like, I'm talking to everybody. I'm good at that, but it's more so in my heart, I feel very closed off and very like I don't let people in easy anymore. I didn't realize that it was still very much a wound from my ex-in-laws, like my ex-mother-in-law or whatever you call it, but my ex-husband's family. That whole situation with our divorce, with specifically his family, I felt very confused and hurt and rejected very heavily by his family. And I thought they were my family, because when you get married, like, you're my family now. And I thought, I'm your family. But even with everything that he did, almost every person in his family just kind of treated me very poorly. That was very heartbreaking. He had nieces and nephews that I adored, and it was just like, boom, done, never talking to them again. They don't want anything to do with me. I learned that some of the family was like encouraging, like, leaving. I don't think they got the full story, which is okay. Like, genuinely, I am past that part of it. Like, that doesn't bring up any emotions for me, but it is more so getting to know a new family that are going to be my in-laws. It brings up those fears of being rejected by Keaton's family, and I know they wouldn't, but it's just scary because it's hurtful when you feel like you were someone's family and then it's just like shunned. it just can be very confusing for the heart. And so my heart was confused on the trip, and I was wanting to open up and feel like people's love that they're trying to give me, but I also keep my cards close to my chest. And so I always just play it cool, and I never really talk about my feelings anymore with anyone other than like my fiance and my mom and my sister sometimes. And so I'm a hard shell to crack, and that's okay, because I don't think I have to be an easy shell to crack, because I do feel the need to have people earn my trust, and I can give that freely. But I think to really let people in, it just takes a while. I had so much fun on the trip. It really was such a calming fun. There's a lot of kids. So it was a little bit hectic, but it was overall very fun. We played a lot of Halo. Like hours and hours a day of Halo with his brothers, and I'm just grateful they let me play, honestly, and that they didn't just give me a controller and say that I was one of the screens when I really wasn't, because that's what my actual brothers would do when I was growing up. It was like, here, Abby, you can play, here, use this remote. It like doesn't even have batteries in it. And they're like, you're that screen. And it's really just my brother's screen. And I'm like, wait, the controls aren't really lining up. But that's just how they would get me to not be like, it's my turn. Classic. And it worked most of the time. Or if we'd play Halo Xbox Live, they would put me on the other team, I think, if I recall correctly. And then they would kill me. And then they would get the points, which now I think is very cowardly of them. So a lot of Halo was played, a lot of video games. So at the end of the trip, some of us were in the car. Someone said that they were glad that I was going to be in the family or something and said something pretty simple, like nice. And the whole trip, I just felt like just closed off still. And no one could tell, maybe they could. I might not be as good of a faker as I think, but I, again, play it very cool. Like, I don't really care that much, but deep down I care a lot. And so someone said that they were glad to have me in the family. And then someone else kind of opened up and said something. I don't remember exactly what he said. It wasn't towards me. It was just like in general. And then there was a point in the trip. Basically, there was a point in the trip where I finally opened up a little bit, gave him a little bit of me, the real me, and basically started crying immediately. And I felt so stupid that I started crying, because it wasn't like a reason, because it just came out of nowhere. I've just been holding it in the whole trip because I want to feel like loved and included, but I'm so scared. And so, yeah, basically at the end of the trip, someone said one thing nice to me and I just broke down and basically just said that it's hard for me to let anyone in because of my ex-in-laws and all of that stuff. And I felt embarrassed at first, but it did feel good to just be honest, to let people in. But it is scary, and it takes me a while to get to the point where I am going to share what's actually really weighing on my heart. And I don't see anything wrong with it taking some time now, and I give myself so much grace and love and compassion and support because I trust myself and I will go at my pace, and that is okay. I don't need to get anywhere that I can't get yet. Like, it's just I trust the process. I trust my little heart, and it was just a nice trip. So I am glad to be home though and get back in the normal swing of things. This weekend I am going to Vegas for work. It's like a convention that we're going to, and so that will be interesting. It's a networking event, which is not my forte, but I'm a grown adult, so I can do whatever I want. That's kind of it for life updates. All in all, trust yourself, trust your pace. If you feel like opening up to people and you feel like it's safe to do so, then do it. Let yourself cry. Let yourself get your emotions. Bring your emotions to the surface. They're not bad. And be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Okay. So let's go over the gifts first. I thought it would be helpful if we did affordable gifts and cheaper gifts if you don't want to spend a ton of money this Christmas for whatever reason. That's how I am because of my wedding. That's kind of where my money is going in my honeymoon. And so that's what I'm focusing on, not Christmas, just for this year. So I have a lot of affordable DIY type gifts planned for this year. So I guess if you're my family listening, just skip over the gift part. I don't know how long it'll be, so just whatever, or just turn it off. So some affordable gifts, if you like arts and crafts. We'll start with a boyfriend or a significant other. An affordable gift that you can give them is always like a framed, cute collage photo where it's notes that you've sent to each other, and you can put lipstick on and kiss an envelope and put like this cute little collage of pictures of you guys, notes, letters, tickets, anything, and just put it in a wooden frame, press it in between the glass. You can write a little note to them. You can, it's really just an art project, so you can have fun with it, put stickers, do whatever you want to do. Draw on it. I personally don't care how much something costs. I want someone to put an effort and show that they know me and they love me. And so DIY, affordable, fun, thoughtful gifts, I think are really great gifts because you put in a lot of effort and you're thinking of things, and it kind of takes longer to do. It might not be as expensive, but it takes longer to do, and it's easier than just buying something. Not that that's bad either. But if this is the route you want to go this Christmas, that's a great thing to do. There's also, I'm going to post my Pinterest board that I have of DIY gifts. There's another one. A lot of them have to do with photos or notes and collages and things like that. But there's one where I already made this for Keaton a while ago, but it's basically like a wallet-sized paper contraption, and basically it can fold up into a tiny paper, like a tiny square paper to fit into your wallet, but it opens up into a bunch of cute like notes and pictures of you guys with, I wrote little notes like I love you, my forever person, things, and he can kind of flip it different ways and it looks different, and it has different pictures of us and notes. And so that's a really fun idea because it's something that he can keep with him or she can keep with her, and it's something that takes a lot of effort actually to do, and you can give it to them and let them know. I just want to remind you that you always have someone that loves you and cares for you, and so every time you see this, I want you to think like I'm there for you and I love you and whatever. And I really like making those gifts for people. If you like art, you can always try to create art for them. Obviously, you'd want to tailor it to their taste, or you can buy art for them and like a print, a frame and everything. That's a little bit more expensive, but it is something. But if they really like art or they like a certain artist or something, that's a great gift. Another thing that you can make is it's like a card, like a face card booklet basically, and you punch holes on the side and you can put little ribbon in the side that looks like a little notebook that you can flip through. And it's like 52 things that I love about you, or however many cards are in. Is it 52 cards? Yeah, 52 pickup. I remember that game. That game is horrible. You basically just say, let's play 52 pickup. You just throw it on the ground and you just pick up the cards. I don't remember which cousin played that or if we did that to a younger cousin. And anyways, you can put pictures on the cards. You can literally just write in marker or a Sharpie, this is what I love about you. We did 52 different things. Or 52 different adventures, 52 date ideas, whatever. You can always get them a book. I think going to Barnes & Noble and thinking of a book or something like that they would enjoy, that they can do by themselves or read by themselves, that's tailored to, again, something that they are really interested in, really like. For example, my fiance loves bouldering, so if I bought him like a bouldering book or someplace that I know he's going to travel to climb, they have like guides, like a guidebook on where to climb at those places, and they have a bunch of different, I don't know, ideas and places and whatever it's called. Yeah, so I'll post on my story the day of, and I'll keep it on maybe on a highlight of the Pinterest board that I have with a bunch of those DIY gifts. If you're really stumped, you could also just do a good old gift card. Hate to do it, but those are some things that I thought of for boyfriends or significant others, girlfriends, whatever. Another thing is you can buy movie tickets or basically like a date night and just prepare a date night beforehand, like an adventure, or buy like an Airbnb experience or something like that could also be a great gift. Some of them are expensive, but some of them are more affordable. Might be random, but for instance, I like to do art, and there's a bunch of apps and different things that you can buy, like ebooks, or you can purchase certain things that will teach classes about art, or if you want to get good at drawing figures, and take this class or this course or download this app and pay for this subscription. If you think of something for your significant other that they like to do, that you could buy like 6 months worth, so then they have, you know, like a class that they could take for that long. I think that's an amazing gift, especially if you know that they're interested in doing it. Okay, now let's move on to like sister or friends or something that doesn't have to be, that are, again, more affordable. So this year, again, if you're my sister, please skip. This year, though, for my family, I'm doing a lot of magnets. Like, I'm creating cute clay cute magnets that you can make out of, basically they're ceramic magnets that you can make just at your home, and then you cook them, I believe. I haven't done that yet, so we'll see how they go. But you can create like a little duck, and you can create a bunch of different things, whatever they like. So my mom loves to decorate her kitchen with cow, chickens, whatever. So I want to make her a bunch of little chicken magnets, that so when people send her invitations or announcements for weddings or whatever it is, she can hang it on her fridge, and she just has cute little magnets that are customized to what she likes. There's a lot of people that are on Instagram that do hand sewing, so you could have them hand sew something, again, for what they like. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be like a cup holder. It could be like the little things that you put in the cup holders of cars. So if they like, again, I'm just using the chicken thing. If they like chickens, you can have them crochet little chicken cup holder placemat things, if you know what I'm talking about. That's something that I'm doing this year, is a lot of those cute, small little magnets, just tailored to whoever it is and what they like. Obviously, a fun thing to do is to go thrifting or antique shopping and just buy something. This is usually a bit more expensive, but to buy something unique, and you can paint on it, or you can just buy something that's cute and unique, and that could be your gift. There's also a lot of cute wind chimes that you can make, and like beaded plant holders, different types of DIY things that you basically would just go to Michael's, spend $30, and then you can create something really cute that they could have. That's like, they could pass that down, and it's just a cute little family thing. A cute gift for someone that likes jewelry is like, I think it's Free People or Anthropology has like a little case that you can put earrings and rings in and necklaces, and it's just like a little box, but it's very cute and vintage looking. So you can find someone on Etsy or something like that, and you could have their initial embroidered in or whatever printed on. So there's things like that that could be really cute and customizable, but also small and simple. So those are some gift ideas. For parents, I think a great gift is just any type of photo album or any type of old pictures that you put into a cute scrapbook, or you can do the wooden frame again with a collage of all the kids when they were young, old, cute little notes, cute little things, stickers, and just make it so it's just a cute collage of your family and your parents when they were young and whatever. And I think parents just always appreciate that stuff, because it just shows that you're thinking of them and thinking of their whole life, and it just feels good to receive that. So for more expensive gifts, not like expensive, but just actually will cost at least $40. Some of my favorite products are as follows. One of my favorite brands to buy from is Primally. I always want to say Primarily Pure, but it's Primally Pure. One brand is Daizan Studios, Daizan Studios on Instagram. They have a lot of anime, just cool clothing. So they have hoodies and shirts, and they're more classy looking anime shirts. So sometimes anime shirts can be a little bit crazy, which, to each their own, but sometimes I want it to be a little bit cuter. And so I think that's a great company that you can buy someone who likes anime a hoodie or something that looks nice that they can wear. A company that's actually sent me products before that I loved is Little Louvre. I think that's how you say it, because it's supposed to be the Louvre. On Instagram, it's LITTLE_LOUVRE. And they just have vintage paintings with really cute frames, and they just make it look really cute. And so that's a great gift. If they're old, they're usually vintage. The frames are so cute and they're all different. So another anime one, is called One Tiny Shop on Instagram, and they just have cute little music boxes for One Piece. So if someone likes One Piece, that's a great thing. Anyways, an artist that I like that she sells really cute anime prints is, I don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to read what the tag is, but it's ILUSBYCONI. I think it's Ilus by Connie. I'll tag all of these, but that's someone but she makes really cute, like actually really cute prints. Oh, back to Primally Pure. It's PRIMALLY Pure. It's a very well-known brand, so I'm sure everybody has heard of it. But they use beef tallow in a lot of their products, and their eucalyptus and lavender beef tallow moisturizer is literally one of the best products I've ever used in my life. And I'm not saying that. This is not an ad. It actually has changed my skin. And I've never really had bad acne anyways. And so that's not where I'm coming from. I'm coming from just normal, bumpy, dry, or super oily skin. But I've been using the eucalyptus lavender beef tallow, and I put it on my face. It's like a body butter, but I always put it on my face, and it's amazing. It's an amazing product, and it's only like $35. So you can gift it for someone, and they would like it because it smells amazing and it feels amazing on your skin. A great athleisure brand that I've worn and that I'm obsessed with. If you wanted to give someone like a cute set, Beyond Yoga has the best colors, and it's the softest material, and it is personally my favorite athleisure brand. So just throwing that out there. Oh, another brand is Zoko. So I think it's Shop Zoko on Instagram, but they have really cute dresses, and they range from all different types of dresses. But if you wanted to give someone a dress or something cute, that's like a go-to. They have really cute dresses. So those are my gift ideas. Again, I'll have these posted in my description, but also on my story, on my Instagram, and the Pinterest board. I'll share all of that. And then to wrap it up, I wanted to go over some of my favorite influencers and people and brands that I follow for inspiration, for tips on things, and also specifically for OCD. A lot of people that I follow that have really helped with my OCD and podcasts and everything like that. So we're going to go through it a little bit quicker. I'm just going to talk about my favorites, but I have a lot more that I could probably talk about. So we're going to start with the mental health realm, which my favorite podcast is OCD Stories. That's an amazing podcast. It's helpful because they have therapists, and they also just have normal people that have OCD. And so you hear their stories, and you're able to learn more about other people that are very, very similar. So it's a very comforting podcast, and also it's a very helpful and informative podcast because they look at therapy from a bunch of different perspectives instead of just ERP. So they talk about a bunch of different things, which have really helped my understanding of what's helpful for my OCD personally. I've talked about this podcast before, but another podcast that's helpful for me for OCD and relationship anxiety is On Attachment. And she has the most soothing voice, and B, she's very non-biased, down-to-earth, grounded speaker and therapist. I believe she's a therapist, but she specializes in relationships. And so I don't know, but she definitely specializes in relationships, whatever she does, because she has such a good perspective on everything. And she kind of helps you learn about yourself, but also having understanding and compassion for your partner. I listen to it every 2 weeks, and it's just really helpful, and it is a good reminder. It has really, really changed and helped me with my relationship. So that's a fantastic podcast. And then some of my favorite Instagram accounts that I follow for OCD are Obsessively OCD. They just post a lot of infographics and different things talking about OCD, and it's just always helpful. OCD Doodles. They just have a lot of cool doodles, obviously, about the disorder and the struggles and all of that stuff. So it's very relatable, and it just is nice to be a part of like a little community. And then obviously No CD, they have a podcast and they have people on that talk about, I think it's Get to Know OCD is the podcast or something, but that's also a good account to follow because they talk a lot about it, obviously. So those are my favorite in the mental health realm. A very helpful podcast for business and for marketing and branding and all of that stuff is Limited Supply. They go over a bunch of different things. They use a lot of words that I don't know yet, but I want to learn how to use those words and what they mean. And so that's a great podcast if you have a business or if you're trying to market something, anything like that is very helpful to listen to that podcast. And they're also just entertaining. And then now I'm going to list 2 different types of influencers. One is influencers that actually teach stuff, like help me learn how to do stuff. And then just ones that they're either beautiful or they have really cool content, or I follow them because they have a lot of posts for beauty and wellness and stuff like that. Sibster on Instagram, Sibster. She has a lot of DIY crafty things. And this is a great thing for Christmas as well if you wanted to make ornaments or something. She just has a lot of really pretty DIY crafty type posts. If you like that stuff, someone else that teaches is Stealth Health Life. And it's a guy and he just posts recipes for, bulk cooking. What's it called? You cook for the week. You cook on Sunday, and meal prepping. He does a lot of meal prepping stuff and recipes. So I love meal prepping because it makes my week easier. So he just posts a lot of good recipes and stuff like that. Someone that I follow for recipe type stuff as well is Megan Limon, or Limon, doula. I'm guessing she's a doula, but she does postpartum like care and like during and stuff like that, but she does a lot of recipes and a lot of cool things for postpartum care for new moms. There's Julie Gaines on Instagram. She just posts a lot of like fitness. She's a fitness influencer, and so I like her stuff. Oh, sorry, it's not Julie Gaines, it's Jewel Gaines, to clarify. And then there's Ruth Pilates Studio, and she does a lot of sensual like Pilates type stuff, which it's just a lot of movement, and it's very helpful to get into like a very feminine feeling flow, I guess, physically, and to kind of be in touch with your body. I just really like the movements that she does. They feel really good for like your hips and your back and your core. So more lifestyle creators that I follow, one of them is Alexandra Lizzie. She just does a lot of like recipes and slow life content, which I love. Someone else that's like that I follow is Naomi Nature, and she just posts a lot of slow life, like connecting with yourself, that type of content, which is kind of just nice to see on my feed. It's very calming. I feel like I could take a breath of fresh air. Okay, and then one of my favorite influencers is Bethany. I don't know how to say her last name, but it's Ciotola. She's just beautiful. She has such cute kids, and she also just has cute style. And so her house is very beautiful. She's beautiful. She's more like inspiring, and her house is beautiful. And so it's just nice seeing her content. She's probably one of my favorite. And of course, the Nara Smith. I love her as well. She's funny. Okay, well, that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we'll be back with our regularly scheduled episodes and normal day-to-day stuff. But thanks for listening to this week, and I hope you guys have a great week of December and start buying all of your gifts and DIYing all of your gifts now, so then you can just enjoy the holidays. As usual, be kind to yourself. Have a fun weekend. Take yourself out. And love you. Bye. 우회전 taking a ride to Todayyy 눈치 보면서 들어가 할 때 찾아 나머진 바빠 개설레임 바꾸는 사람